Hi, I'm Crystal. Have you ever heard your yoga teacher or somewhere on a video you've been watching or in class say engage your bandhas? Bandhas are our belly locks. They're our upward flying locks, and we're going to talk about these because these apply to yoga and these apply to martial arts, and these apply to any sport or movement or anything in your day where you need to keep your core solid and engaged, and you want to create all your movements originating from your spine or from your core outward. So this will help you get stronger, and it also prevents a lot of injuries. The first bandha is Mula Bandha. It's a lift at the pelvic floor. So if you're not, go ahead and take a seat on your mat or on the ground with me, a comfortable seated position, once again, where you can sit up nice and tall and straight. So that may mean you need to sit on a pillow or a block, so you're right on top of your sit bones and your spine is stacked. Go ahead and exhale, loosen your belly. As you inhale, lift the pelvic floor, any muscles that would touch a bicycle seat, lift them upward and try and hold. If you held your breath, that's totally normal. It's very common. We're going to try to go ahead and do it again and see if you can just flow your inhales and exhales while you're lifting. So go ahead and exhale, release your belly, and then inhale, sit up nice and tall and engage Mula Bandha. And then take a couple breaths in and out and release. So your next bandha moves upward. It's in between your pubic bone and your belly button, and it's Uddiyana Bandha. It's your second belly lock. You're going to press your belly back towards your spine and lift it upward just a little bit. So if you can see, while I do it, I immediately just kind of correct my posture and my chest lifts up a little just from bracing abdominally in between my hips. So we're going to exhale, loosen everything so you can feel the difference, and then go ahead and inhale, engage Mula Bandha, and inhale, engage Uddiyana Bandha. Hold them tight and exhale. Notice that your lungs are still free up here to breathe in and out while you're holding those locks. And at first it's normal to only be able to hold them for a second and then try again. So we're going to go ahead and continue to practice that. Inhale, lift all your locks, or your two locks we've talked about. Hold them there, exhale. And continue to hold, take one more breath. Inhale, sit tall. Relax your jaw and shoulders, exhale, and release. So when your yoga teacher is talking about your bandhas, they're usually talking about Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, which will strengthen any pose. It will focus you mentally, and it will prevent injury and increase your capability of strength in the pose. So I'm going to show you that by taking a balance pose where it's most obvious. So stand up with me, pick your favorite leg. Let's go ahead and shift all the weight onto that leg, and you're going to balance. Just regular breathing, soft kind of body. Pick up your other leg. Notice where your balance is and maybe try to put it in tree pose above your knee, or even below your knee would be fine. And it's already kind of hard if you're not breathing and you're not using your bandhas. Bring your hands into heart center and just see what happens. And then go ahead and relax that out. Take a deep breath. So we're going to try it with our breath, and we're going to try it with our bandhas. So before you even begin, inhale and exhale through your nose. Push your feet into the mat. And then see if you can remember Mula Bandha. Inhale, lift at the pelvic floor. Your inner thighs might even spiral inward just a little bit towards each other. And if you kind of stick your tailbone out a little bit when that happens, that's normal. Uddiyana Bandha is going to bring that back into correction. So go ahead and inhale Mula Bandha. And then Uddiyana Bandha, just below your belly button, backwards and up. You might have even grown an inch taller. So now you're breathing, and now you're practicing holding these locks. Keep that going, and then gently pick up your leg once again. And then go ahead and place it in tree pose. And as soon as you forget or lose the breath or the bandhas, come back, try that again, and then move. Good. Try 2 deep breaths. Hold steady. Lift the pelvic floor again. Lift Uddiyana Bandha again. And then before we release with those bandhas engaged, reach your arms up, kick your legs straight out in front of you using the bandhas, and release. So go ahead and try to remember that, the breath, and especially the bandhas and all the yoga poses we move through, and even in some of maybe your martial arts stuff. And if you like that, check out my other stuff on the channel that I share, and I contributed some stuff for low back pain, some stuff for strength, and some stuff for warm-ups. Namaste.